Welcome back to Gospel Out Loud. I'm your host, Elder Jimmy Brown, and with my co-host, Evangelist Dollette Hall. And we're so honored to have a very special guest here with us, Dr. Derick Newson. God bless you, sir.
God bless you.
So tell us a little bit about the sound, he's the director of a new local group here, choir group here in Sikeston, Missouri, called The Sound, a phenomenal choir. You gotta hear him. So I want him to tell us a little bit about them. Can you tell us about The Sound?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sound, we're all here. We all stay here in Sikeston. It's a group of us. It's actually like 15 of us with musicians and all. And what people don't realize is we're all family. With the exception of one person, but he's like family to us, and that's Pastor Tyrell White. Been knowing him over 20 years, and he's been with us the whole time. And the moment he asked us, could he be a part of the group, we welcomed him in, no problem. But we're all family. We just love to sing, love to praise God and worship God, and it happened a few years ago with my wife, Tia Newson, and a couple of the others, Alex Green and Vanita Green. They got together and decided that, they wanted to put together a group.
Okay.
And so my wife come up with the name, and I originally didn't want to be a part of it. I was like, nah, I'm good. And so they were rehearsing all the time at the house and, things like that. And then one day they said, well, we voted you in as the president. The president? I said, president of what? They said the group.
Right.
I said, oh, okay, so y'all just gonna make me be a part of it. But it's kind of good because we come together and we didn't have any musicians. Only thing we really had was drummers, because my brother-in-law played the drums. I played keyboard a little bit, but I hadn't played in forever. And so my son wasn't playing then, my nephew wasn't playing then, wasn't even part of the group. And so, we just start playing around with it. We, sing like 1 or 2 places a year. And it wasn't until last year that we really got serious about it. And once we got serious about it, we began to, my son and my nephew began to pick up on the instruments, and God began to bless them, bless the gift. And then my other brother-in-law come in, and he started playing drums, started playing bass. They actually both just started playing bass a couple years ago. And it's just a testament to once you put your heart to something, then you can do it, and we began to sing. And all it took was one time, when you go somewhere, and then God began to open up other doors. And so we ended up ministering, I think, probably 30, 40 times last year. Once we got serious, and God said, once you get serious about it, then I'll show you what I'm able to do. And we've actually almost doubled that this year.
Wow.
And God, we just thank God that he's opened up so many doors. Once we walk into a door, another door is open, and we're grateful for it.
Amen. Amen.
I heard you say that your group is made up of family. How close a family? Because I know that I have, I sing with a family group myself, and and we're cousins and all of that. And then I sing with another group, family group, and I have, my sister, my daughter, her sister.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, her daughter, and my other sister and her daughter. So tell us about the closeness and the relationship that you and your family have. What do your group consist of?
Okay, well, it's me, my wife, and all 4 of my kids, and I'm sure y'all seen my little boy, 11-year-old, singing phenomenal. And then you got Elder Anthony Green, and he got his son, which plays the keyboard as well, Jonathan. And then he got his daughter, Ariel, daughter Alicia, daughter Janila. And then you got Bishop Desmond Green and his wife, Evangelist Jasmine Green. You have my brother-in-law, Alex Green. He plays drum and bass. And then you also have Pastor Tyrell White. So all of those, and well, you really got my wife and 2 of her brothers. They're blood brother and sister. And then, of course, I'm married in, and then Evangelist Jazz is married in, but we're all family. And and you know, we see each other all the time, we're talking all the time, and you know, that doesn't say that things don't get a little rocky,
Right,
because you know, anything that God is blessing, the devil is always trying to get his hands in. So, but one thing we do is we realize that it's not about us, you know, family or not, it's not about us, and at the end of the day, we put on whatever difference we got to the side, and we bless God.
Amen. My next question, you kind of answered it a little bit right there at the end, but I wanted to ask, with it being family and all family, and I do mean all family, because when you got sisters and brothers and father and mother and children together, how do a family come together, stay together? I know the old saying, the family that prays together stays together, but I know it's got to be more too than just praying, because we all pray, you know, a lot, some of us sometimes, but some of us just can't sometimes. When that one person get on your last nerve and you just, you know, how do you all keep it together, so to speak?
To be honest, it's all God, and I, you know, except God do it, you know, a lot of times, you know, there are arguments, there's fussing, as you know, with brothers and sisters. You know, growing up, when you got brothers and sisters, you don't get along with them as, you know, you should, and things like that. But at the end of the day, we learn to put those differences aside and realize the bigger, you know, issue, and that's to serve God. You know, we come together. You know, there are times, you know, we probably want to wring each other's neck. You know, but, you know, we put all that to the side. We forgive each other. We love each other in spite of. Love covers a multitude of faults. So, you know, we kind of look at it like that and pray. You know, we fast together. We go on 21-day fast, you know, and we serious about it. Because at the end of the day, you know, there are a lot of groups out there that are gifted and talented. But your gift and your talent is not what destroys the yoke. And so, you know, we realize that, and I constantly say all the time, you know, we don't want to just be another group. We want to be those that actually live what you're singing about and what you say. And at the end of the day, our ultimate goal is that somebody will be impacted, you know, and somebody's life will be changed. You know, we're not up there to impress anybody. We actually think that we're nothing. So, and I tell people all the time, we're nothing. We're just people that just want to sing for God and glorify God, and at the end of the day, hope somebody's life is changed.
So we're so glad to have you. I know you're not, our time is almost up, but I know you're not just a director because I heard you preach. You're a phenomenal preacher. So I'm going to get you on that one. We know you can direct. I know you can sing, awesome singing, but you're a preacher man too. So what we're going to do is we're gonna let you talk to somebody that's listening to us today, maybe listening to us, they could be viewing us right now. Say something to them in the camera, to some young person, to some elderly person, to somebody that's sick, to somebody that's maybe in prison, maybe somebody that's going astray. What would you say to them here on Gospel Out Loud to encourage them?
Well, I mean, I want to say to encourage whoever's listening, whoever's watching, always keep God first. Trust God in all that we do. And a lot of times when we don't understand what God is doing, just trust that it's going to work out for your good. I said before, when you don't understand God's character or content, trust his character. Well, and that simply says that when you don't understand the move of God or the hand of God, just trust God's heart. And, you know, the Bible said that he knows the plans that he has for us. Those are good, and the thoughts and things that are good and not evil. And, you know, I don't care what it is that you're going through. Just know that God is able. We sing that song all the time. God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think. And a lot of times, you know, we get to the point, you know, I've heard Dr. Calvin say it all the time, your now is not your later. So you gotta believe that where you are right now is not where you're gonna end up at, as long as you're trusting and believing in God.
Amen. So again, we're honored to have you and looking forward to hearing you again. And hopefully get the sound on Gospel Out Loud. We'd be glad to have you all here as our special guest here on Gospel Out Loud. And again, to somebody that's listening to us right now, or maybe even seeing us right now by TV, we're so honored to have you even viewing us on today at Gospel Out Loud. But we want to hear from you, and especially you. So we want you to email us at gospel.outloud. Below the screen, you can see the name. You can email us at gospeloutloud@gmail.com. And we'll get back with you. We want to hear what you got to say here on Gospel Out Loud. You want to be one of our guests. Let us know. We want to hear from you. Until next time, God bless you.
My hands are lifted up. My heart is ready to receive a blessing from you. Anybody want to receive that? A blessing from you.